What's the #1 problem most naturals have that come to your salon?
The hair is extremely dry and dehydrated.
How can you tell when you need a trim?
You can definitely feel it, and then your ends will actually start to look really thin.
How often should you get a trim?
I would probably say quarterly, so every 3 to 4 months.
So what do you think will do you think it's bad if you wait like every 6 months?
Yes, because you wind up having to cut off more than what you really want to cut off.
Okay, what is a diva cut?
A diva cut is basically a cut that was made for curly hair to basically decrease the problems and different situations that people that really don't know how to cut curly hair normally make.
Okay. Can you walk me through the process of getting a diva cut step by step?
So with the diva cut, you actually come in, do things a little backwards. You actually come in, you get a consultation with one of the stylists. The stylist then cuts your hair dry, so we can actually work with its natural texture. Then you actually go back to the washing area where you get cleansed and hydrated, and then you actually get set with our products. And then to finish up, the stylist comes back over to do any tweaking and finishes up with style.
What's the cost for a cut?
Cuts range anywhere between 100 and they go up from there, depending on the seniority of the stylist.
Okay, how do you cut each strand? Like, what's your technique?
Our technique, it basically depends on the curl type and the style that that client actually wants. That will basically determine, the process of cutting.
So how do you protect your hair at night?
So at night, what you want to do, you want to sleep with a satin pillowcase or a silk pillowcase, or you can cover your hair with a satin or silk body.
Okay. And how do you take care of your hair at home?
So at home, you basically want to cover your hair like you do at night, but you also so you want to cover your hair at night with the pillowcases or the bonnet, and then you also want to cleanse and hydrate your hair regularly. So about twice or 3 times a week.
Would you say you're for the natural hair movement?
Would I say I'm for it?
Yeah, like you're like,
I'm definitely for it. I'm for healthy hair, whether it's natural or whether it's, relaxed.
so what's your preference? Do you feel that like it's better to be natural, or do you feel like you can still be curls, but you just have to be taking care of it the right way?
Me personally, I think it's better to be natural because you have some versatility with it. The natural hair, you can straighten it, if you really want to. With relaxed hair, and we see this all the time here with relaxed hair, once it's relaxed, it's relaxed. And then when they want to go back curly, they have to wind up cutting it all off.
Yeah, it's basically the same length. It's just that since you're looser, you have that huge part that goes downward there.
Yeah.
And that's just a different variation of curls. And that's the reason why we cut it dry, so that way you can see the way everything lays. And cut it accordingly to give you more of that visual balance and technique.
Yeah. So that's it?
I would say really, keep your hair nice and moisturized, because bringing it down, it looked a lot different because I didn't really see all this.
Yeah.
But let's say if you wanted to even it out, it's going to be really short. You will have to take all this off, because then you'll even it out with the back. And then the back, you take off very little. So you're going to be like this length right there. And if you're like her, that you don't want any layers, then it'll just be like that.
It's just that my hair is all the same length. It's just that my front.
It's just that you have different curls. That's why.
Yeah.
Like this side's much curlier, this side's much looser.
Yeah.
That's the reason why when you cut it all straight and even and be technical with it, you're always gonna come out with one size shorter. You're gonna have shelves. It's not gonna be perfectly balanced. So that's the thing.
I mean, when it dries, it shrinks up, and it's all the same length.
but I don't think this is gonna shrink up as much as that because they both
So do you
wet.
think this is heat damage? Do you think
That's
this is
heat damage. It could be if you blow dry it a lot and flat iron.
I
it.
don't blow dry my hair a lot, but just I think it heat damage fast.
What do you say is a lot? Cause like I don't
When it starts straightening out, like a chemical relaxer.
like straightening hair a lot. It's like say you shave once a month. Is that a lot?
That's not a lot, but it also
Something I
depends
don't
on the
shave my hair like
curls.
once. Well, I had a relaxer in 7th grade.
Same here.
Well, I had a relaxer in 7th grade, so like my ends are probably still like this part is still relaxed, and like my hair like gets dry really fast. Like I wet it, and then after I get out of the shower, it just like dries really fast. So is that like a bad thing, or like her hair since you applying it, it's still wet. Even for mine, once I put it just dries off. Real fast.
The thing is that curly hair is naturally dehydrated, so you really need to moisturize it a good amount to get the hydration level to balance out with the amount of proteins that you have in your hair, which then adds the natural shine and rebuilds the structure of the hair. A lot of those, I feel, the straight parts, if you want to like remove them, that'll be the best thing to do because when you leave the dead ends in there, it just keeps on moving up and up and up. So it starts eating away at the good hair. That's why you have all these little like flyaways in through here because of that. Because of all the breakage that's happening, and also you can see the density that happens here, and then it thins out as you go further down to the bottom, and it withers away on the bottom here, and that's because it's really dry.
It needs a lot of cutting.
I would
right?
say this needs to be at least cut off.
Yeah, that needs.
And then this needs to be brought up in through here, so that way you have a better shape. And then angle the front so you open up your face more, so it's not so heavy. Give you more lift on top, so it's not flat, poofy, and then poofy back on the bottom. Because right now it's going more out like a pyramid.
Yeah.
And then we'll show you how to style it, how to work with it using the product, so you'll be able to hydrate the hair enough to keep it nice and balanced.
But like I wear my hair straight sometimes, so like this is.
The thing is that because of the inconsistencies in your curl patterns, you're gonna have to choose either straight or curly. Because if you blow dry it all the time, you're gonna end up drying out the hair even more.
No,
So
I don't
you're
feel it
basically
all the time. Just like I like my hair straight sometimes. It's
You
gonna be
can do it.
all even if I straighten it. I wear my hair straight sometimes.
Yeah, it won't work then. Yeah.
So
you're
instead
gonna-
of shaping it, I just get a trim basically. Instead of doing all that
yep.
shaping.
If,
Because that
if you
part
don't,
is like.
the thing is that you have this part that's looser, you have this part that's curlier. The texture here is a lot different. The texture here is much, much curlier than what it is there. So if I cut everything even, you're gonna have a step here. You're gonna have the dislocation that you're gonna have on the bottom area. So this
You
it's
have to
gonna
cut
be
it at
like a
an
mess
angle, you're saying,
everywhere.
right?
So that's the thing. So you're
You think it's just gonna get worse and worse if I don't cut it?
it's gonna keep getting worse if you don't cut it. Because those ends they need to go.
She's holding on to them.
Yeah, I see. She's
No,
even
about
holding
straighten
on
my
to the
hair
literally.
though. Well, I don't go to hair salons. Like I don't really go to hair salons. It's expensive, you know. I just like do my hair at home. I need a good trim.
That's why I go to the salon and get my hair trimmed. So it
Yeah.
can, like,
They keep it nice here because your hair is nice and healthy. I
Can you
see
tell
the
me-
back is much more solid.
yeah, it is. Cause
Yeah. And that's the thing is that you're holding on to the dead ends that's just making everything else a lot worse and giving you
Do you
more
think
breakage.
do you think like if she's not a professional, do you think she should be cutting her hair herself, or do you think, or having her mom cut it, or do you think she should go to the salon and have it cut?
Have it cut professionally and
So they can
giving it a
exactly see
shape
how
so
much?
that way you can get a shape that will look a lot better.
No, I don't. No, I'm gonna cut it my hair straight. She don't cut it like I said over trim it. She's gonna go like that, but it's not like this, like that. Like I'm gonna let her do all that.
Yeah.
That part, you know.
But still, you're gonna have like a lot of dead ends in there.
I know. So you cut a lot off?
You would have to at least cut
I think I get what you're saying. You're saying that
that
like
off and then put quite a bit of layers into it.
you're saying
Why
that if
does
she
it
cuts
take
it,
layers, though?
you're saying if she cuts it straight, it's gonna look weird.
It's gonna look
Yeah.
because there's gonna be pieces that need to be left a lot longer.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Because when it's really curly, it shrinks up a lot more.
Yeah.
So the shorter you cut it, and if you cut it like the way this is, with this curly part here, you're gonna shrink up here. It'll all be even when you straighten it, but it's not gonna look good when you curl it.
Yeah.
It's gonna
I
look
see.
really funny. Because you're gonna have a huge step it's gonna basically be. You ever seen the movie Alien? How the head sticks out like that? Same thing's gonna happen to you back there.
I think we could cut it now.